And this is my little girl. Next picture is her hailing water from the well for me to use. Another slave. There's them again after they took a bath in my bathtub in the hotel, you know. You see, all Mosuo homes not only don't have bathrooms, they don't have toilets. Ha ha ha, right? For those of you who've been there. There's them again. I think the mic was a present for me, somehow. What are we on now? Getting to know them, right? Oh, becoming the godmother, right. So, I am the godmother, you read in the book, of an entire village. Just because I help sustain the Mountain Goddess Festival every year. Some of my Singapore friends who have come are also taxed, a goddess tax to help defray the cost of the festival. And so really, among the Mosuos, I am Gama, you know, all over. Next, please. What is the next one? I can't read from this angle. Tell me.
Hunting and eating.
What?
Hunting and eating.
Ah. So they are corn growers to feed the animals. What's this?
Hunting and eating in bygone time.
Oh, this is harvesting of rice. This is the harvesting of rice. And this is the hearth. Every Mosuo home has this hearth where they cook, where they keep warm, and whenever and everybody, you know, huddles around every evening. That was a pig slaughter festival, and this is me helping them defeather the skin, the pig. Oh, there's a lovely story about killing, okay, pigs and stuff. No, it's really lovely, Dilip, don't laugh. I want to understand. Don't look at the screen, okay? Look at me.
Okay. Wow, so sexy.
Look at me, okay? The Mosuo, to me, is so fascinating because they are both matrilineal and matriarchal. And the goddess is the center of their lives. And the lake is called Mother Lake. And in the house, the strong pillar on the left side is called the female pillar, and the main room is called grandmother's room. What do all these things tell us? That there is this very, very special place for women in this society. Okay. The Mosuo are woman-centric, and this is like an inspiration to all of us, especially us women, right? That there is this world that is so different from the one we know, and it upends everything we know about how human society is organized, right? The most important person is grandmother, and she owns the land, and her children live with her, but she doesn't need to answer to any man who has helped her mother those children, okay? Right? There is no man of the house other than the secondary place her brother has as, at best, the CFO, not the CEO or chairperson, okay? And at the grandchildren level, only the children of her daughters count as bearing directly the female bloodline of hers, thereby making them part of family and no other. As a grandmother, right, I don't care how my sons go around and have lovers or something, but their progeny don't matter to me because they don't have my bloodline, and they just belong to the female lovers of my sons, to their matrilineal family. So in my family, only those with my bloodline count. Okay, how special is that? And everybody looks up to grandmother, and if you think I'm bossy, you haven't met a Mosuo grandmother. Yeah, like 2 grandmothers. Where's my Prosecco? Let's drink to womanhood and grandmothers, shall we? I'll come to you men later, but later. Since you're secondary, you know, right? Women, let's cheers to womanhood. Don't worry, men, we love you now and then, but let's get to the central story, okay? Women in Mosuo land, they represent life and light. And they cannot go near death at all because it's unclean, it's dark, you know. So women, in that picture about killing of the pigs just now, you don't see any of them around because they cannot kill any animals and they cannot touch death or be near death in any way because they are life and light. And we all know that in our heart of hearts, right? But it's just that I think in patriarchal society they forget about this, you know, that we are central to life and light, aren't we? Anyway, I think I better don't turn my men friends off, right? The next chapter, my dear Ernie, is what? Ah, the women really rock. I tell you, all I do there is hang out with my women friends. We go out in my car and we go drinking without the men. We go drinking, we go bar hopping, and when we see some nice, handsome fellow there, we just invite him to dance with us or drink with us, you know, and then we go to the next bar. The women, even though some of them may have asias in their life, asia is lover in the Mosuo language, even though they have asias in their lives, when we party, we just leave them behind. Sounds familiar, like from the other side? Well, guess what? We go out without these asias, and we have a good time. Right, Hamming? Hamming was one of the handsome young guys they didn't mind hanging out with, right, Hamming? When he came, my friend was like, put your hand up. Anyway, I mean, the men kind of hang out with each other too. We don't care because usually what they do are the boyish, infantile things like hunting and fishing or just drinking, right? But we have good times amongst women. And we talk about the men in these terms, like, ooh, he looks delicious. How about that tall one over there, the one with the long hair? I don't know you, do I? Who's the guy in the long hair? He's a possibility, maybe. Anyway, because Mosuos do not get married, you know. They can choose an asia, have fun with him, and then just move on because, you know, there's rice to be planted, potatoes to be harvested, and I'm going to look after my other kids from my other asias anyway, right? The women, because they are born into this woman-centric world, they feel very special and they're very confident. Somebody is laughing at something over there. Terence, what are you laughing at? With Shirley. Is he making a chauvinistic comment again? Not this time, all right. Actually, let me talk about the men then, okay? Just so you don't feel left out, right? You are what shall I say? To a Muslim woman, you are entertainment. I hope you are attractive entertainment, because if you're not, too bad for you, guys. Also, men have to build their bodies up. They have to have muscles, and they have to have some macho aplomb, you know. If they didn't go strutting about and sort of looking, you know, manly, the women just dismiss you, okay? The women do the choosing, all right? And come in and get a Prosecco, you. Are you...
Man or woman?
The man, because he looks kind of decorative, the drinks are here. So you must have this macho sort of general look about you. Is that your friend? Okay, and guys, like, thrust your chest forward, okay? I don't see the muscles here. You know, we are very discerning among us Moso women, right? No, the men must really be peacocks, otherwise they don't get any action, you know. All right, I think Mark is trying to be macho over there.
Oh no, this is the honor of the women.
Can we get to the chapter on the men also rock?
The men rock too.
I do talk about these peacocks. There are many lessons, as Han Ming found out, to be learned from how a macho Moso man flirts and gets his women, isn't there? Han Ming?
Yes.
Is Patrick with you? Where's Patrick?
He is in India.
All right. So you see that tall Moso man, he's my driver. And these are the dancers at the festival. This is my cultural custodian. You read about him in the book because he organizes the festival. And some more men in their cowboy hats. Quite decorative, don't you think? Huh? Sylvia, do you approve? Thank you. Yeah. Go to Lugu Lake and take a leaf from these. 走婚桥，看到吗？朋友们，你们跑到哪里？有看到这个走婚桥的故事吗？来，过来看一看。你知道我说主 ，excuse me while I break into Mandarin， 他们不结婚的，他们的社会是母系社会。那他们不需要结婚，也不需要找个爸爸，对吧？你看他们怎么过日子呢？他们走婚。
走混桥。
走婚 not the 桥 just 走婚 is walking marriage。and 那他们怎么举办这个走婚呢？喂，你们都过来听一听吧。这一段是用华语的。Geneva, 过来听故事。My Mandarin friends, I have to give them some airtime, okay? Can you come a bit forward, Eileen, so that they can see the screen? 我说，某些人的爱情是什么？是走婚。那你听过走婚这个故事吗？你看，喂。讲话这么啰嗦，真的。我们女的看到一个帅哥呢，看到他的眼型，就说啊，今天晚上可以吧？你过来我家敲门敲3次啊。我在家，我在我的房间等他。他9点钟呢，他就来敲了，噔。我的帅哥到了，我就开门让他进来，你知道吗？那帅哥一进来，我关门，我们就开开心的过了一晚。但是早晨时候呢，他必须要回到他的祖母的房，因为他们是母系社会。他的家，我的那个阿夏就是我的情人，阿夏的家是他的祖母的家。他必须要回家帮忙，对不对？他只是过夜，唯我过夜。 那要是他对我好的，明天晚上我再请他过来；要是他对我不好的，我们不管了啊，再找其他一个吧。要是他有了生个女孩还是孩子呢？他是我祖母家庭的儿子，不是外面的，因为那个男人是外面的，不是我的家庭。他们只是有我们与祖母的血缘的关系才是家人啊，就这样过日子。所以女人是很强，是第一的，祖母是很宗派的，我们不能不听祖母的话的。这个社会就是女儿国、女人国。那这一段是特别给你们听的 ，OK， 好吧，谢谢。Okay, so are the men getting like bored and restless because there's no place in this world for you? Isn't it wonderful that there is this, this is the flower chamber. Just now you saw that little plain room. Every Moso woman on becoming an adult has a flower chamber where this is a picture of a Moso family of sisters taken by Arjun, who has, it's a lovely picture and it depicts how strong like the matrilineal family is. Okay, I think we better get on because people are getting restless. They want more Prosecco or something, do they? Can we get some more Prosecco around, please? Yeah. Okay, this is the flower chamber. Let's go to the next chapter. What is it?
Chapter 10.
What does it say? Oh, okay, just look at the pictures. But do you want to ask if they have questions? Because I think I'm going to take a little Prosecco break. Questions?
No, I have question.
Yeah, I think, does anyone have any questions?
Yeah,
or
I have a question because I want to know if I want to know if the godmother herself,
叫什么？
结婚吗？ So,
I am an observer and a writer and a scribe, merely.
Okay. I'll read the book and find out more.
There is a difference between an anthropologist who partakes and one who doesn't.
Oh, the objective.
Ask Margaret Mead, she will know.
Chung is taking questions. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not taking
questions. Come on, guys. You're my friends. You can ask me almost anything.
Okay, well, I'll ask one.
All right.
I think it's an interesting portrait in the sense that, it's not that the men don't have a role. How do they view their lives? What's important to them?
I think I said it on Channel News Asia. Actually, the men have quite a lot of fun. You can imagine. You have to do a bit of work around the farm and all that. But when Mark... Hello, yes. After you do all your work in the daytime, right? You get to play, I think today we go and catch birds with a fish net, so we can have, deep fried paddy birds for dinner, or, I think let's go and hunt down some honey and smoke out a beehive, tonight. I live before a tiny lake, right, where the wild ducks come every winter. And they have one lousy shotgun, They have one lousy shotgun, and somebody smuggles in some bullets, right? And they go like creep to the lakeside, and they are lousy shots, right? And they're going boom, miss, right? And I tell them, I've gone hunting in South Africa. You want me to shoot for you? Oh, no, it's okay. You see, even men in Mosuo land are chauvinistic, They can't believe I can shoot better than
But you're not supposed to kill, right? Because you are a woman.
No. Oh, right. Maybe that's it. Very good. Oh, very good.
Spotted the flow there, right?
Say Marco, you can say touche.
So I just want to know, is the tribe the same as the Minangkabau, which is also matrilineal?
Actually, I think what is so different about the Moso is that not only are they matrilineal, they are matriarchal. The Minangkabau are matrilineal, a little bit matriarchal, but I think her brother is the one to be listened to, the Minangkabau grandmother. The Carolans, if I'm not wrong, Dilip, were matrilineal until the colonial powers ruled it illegal, and then they legislated away matrilineality in Kerala, right? There's apparently this Kazi tribe in near Nepal, right? They are matrilineal, but the men actually move into and become part of the household, although they don't have much power, you know. So it's actually all these communities are in varying degrees of matriarchalness, but they are matrilineal, you know. The Moso is strongly matriarchal, which is great in my view, but the other communities are in different shades of the women holding fort, I think.
More questions?
Come on, yeah. I think, can I have Anya first? Thanks.
In terms of when you guys were going out and everything, when women, I don't know if women unified themselves very much, but if they did you observe that it was more for themselves, or was it still to impress men that they were going out to go dance with?
In my book, I will tell you that the men decorate themselves, and they have more jewelry than the women, and they strut about, right? But the women are plain. They do not have to decorate themselves at all, because they are the choosers, not the chosen. Is that cool? Is that cool, Sumi? Yeah. So, in fact, it's really the opposite, isn't it? And the first time I went there, as I did in the rest of other parts of China, I brought lots of lipsticks, you know, and I started giving lipsticks as presents, right, to the women by the lake. And they said, oh, no, that's too red. Anyway, I never wear lipstick, you know. But if you give a man a nice cowboy Stetson hat, oh, he'll love you for it because it makes him look decorative. How about that? Idila.
I was wondering, what's the average number of children that these women have in their homes, you know?
In the older generation, that means their children being of, say, 40 years on, before China's family planning set in. Like my adoptive family, there are 8 siblings. Other families have 10 siblings and so on, right? But now that the family planning thing has reached the far corners of China, the ethnic communities can have 2, you know, as opposed to the city families having only 1. So I make that mistake, Vidula. You know, sometimes I forget myself in China and I say, how many kids do you have? And they look at me like, get real, we only have 1 or we only have 2, so stop asking that stupid question. Actually, it's something for you to remember, you know, because it's so easy for us to say, how many kids do you have? Don't ask that question in China, it's embarrassing, okay? They only have 1, and in the countryside they have 2, and that's about it.
How about a couple more questions?
A man is asking the question.
Ladies first, no?
Sorry, the man first to me, and then we'll come to, we know we'll let the weaker sex, we'll let them have their fun, okay?
That's okay, right?
I'll come back to you, man.
Hi, thank you so much for sharing your book with us.
Who are you?
A fan.
Your name and IC number, please.
my question is actually about the children. Given the increasing integration of the community with the rest of China, I'm curious how many of the children are staying in the community versus moving away.
Oh, they move away. When they finish junior high school, they go away, they go to Lijiang, they become waiters and waitresses, and you know, they might go a bit further afield, and then they lose a lot of the old ways, you know. They meet somebody who's Han Chinese and they actually get married, and then form families that are not matrilineal but patriarchal, you know. And yeah, I think it's slowly eroding, as my friend Guy tells me to say. They are a dying community, actually. All these old ways are dying, and I think will disappear eventually, and probably in our lifetimes or something, you know. So it's quite sad, actually.
So how do you feel about the fact that your goddaughter has, sorry, I was just wondering, because your goddaughter is now in her final year, based on the book, in tourism college, and is doing some kind of internship in a hotel in Lijiang, right? So, but your encouragement, as it were, of her, how does that make you feel that in a way you are contributing to that?
Can I tell you to me, the sad story of my goddaughter? My goddaughter, whom I love dearly, right? Not only, I mean, that was 2 years ago in the book. I said I put her through vocational training in the F&B trade, right? Guess what she did this year? She met a Han man who made her pregnant. She got married to him. She's the mother of a baby, and she now forms part of this patriarchal Han family structure, you know. She's left her mother's home, and she's lost to the Mosuo tribe. Much to my, regret, actually. I was hoping she'll earn some money and contribute to her maternal family and all that, but this is not to be. Very sad. I think we go back, is it to Maggie? Is that Maggie? Maggie? Oh, Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Yes, you have a question, Joyce.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, the book is a really good read. And clearly now that exposing the rest of the world to a very remote part of China, it's going to change the face of how the Mosuo tribe and this village is going to be. How do you feel about that?
You know, my book won't make a dent in the tourist numbers that are already inundating. No, really. They have like 500 to 1,000 tourists each day visiting them as it is in the last 5 years, and more people are going. I mean, they are on the Chinese tourist map. So the Chinese come thinking they have a nice time and maybe have a little fling or two. They're not going to find it actually, but I think by now hundreds of thousands of Chinese and some French and some Israeli tourists have made it there. So my book is not going to make a dent in this or bump up the figures in any meaningful way, I think. Maybe there'll be more Europeans going or something, but no. I will not be guilty of changing their world. They are already changing. And for those bored people on this side of the room, including Lim Kay Tong, no, chatting with, inattentive people. If you can't hear me, let me know.
Kay Tong, don't worry, Kay Tong. I will respond to her for you. I'm Lim Heng Long. Also known as Peter.
Sorry?
My name is Lim Heng Long, not Lim Kay Tong. I'm Peter Lim, but not the billionaire. And,
oh well.
Wai Hong, congratulations. But I've got one question. You are, if I say you're a woman of the world, not quite what I mean. The world, you can go anywhere in the world, you're a modern intellectual, you're a thought leader, but you seem to be expressing regret that these women are not going to be stuck in their little world for much longer. So how do you square that with your worldview and your world stage?
You don't know my worldview, Peter. I wish the whole world was like the Mosul, world. But it's not to be. We can't change it unless we have drones like what's his name, Trump or something. So, but I think the lesson, or should I go back to my worldview first? I think my worldview is that there is the possibility of another type of world, That's what the Mosuls have taught me, that the world or humanity doesn't have to be organized in just one way, which is a patriarchal way, which we are all familiar with. There is an alternative, and it's kind of nice to know that it's not a straight line evolutionary path, The fact that they will disappear is sad, but I think my book will be a kind of historical thing in years to come. And even women are inattentive, behind Sylvia. But I think we should read this book with a very open mind, and for the men to read it with an open mind, to see the possibilities that humankind can teach us, I think. I think that's the best lesson. And that we don't have to buy into a very strict one-track way of thinking about relations between women and men, right? And I think we give them more Prosecco to keep them quiet over that side, okay? I think I'm boring you by now, right? No? Any more questions? Because I want searching questions and questions.
Okay, I think
John Whittaker, give me a question. Come on, as the representative of. Oh, okay, Dana. I'll let you off for now.
Hey, you're my hero.
I didn't know that. Actually, I'm so pleased.
But I don't know, listening to you,